Hey, 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 we live. We live. Y'all, so y'all already know there's a big presence missing, y'all. Gypsy is not on screen with us, but she is en route trying to make it home through some bad weather. So we are letting her arrive safely, and then she'll join us as soon as she gets an opportunity. But y'all see, I got some grown men here with me on time today, y'all. On time today. Hey, 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 hey. So what I'm gonna do, old man and Sean, since this is the last episode of 2024, why don't y'all reintroduce yourselves so that we can go out with a bang? Because we hadn't done that in a minute.
All right, so happy New Year, y'all. I'm SP. You know what I'm saying, and I'm that guy. Let me put it that way. And that's my
And
intro.
the audacity is why he's that guy. And I love it. I am here for that. You better do it. You better do it. Oh man, what you got?
Okay, all right. I am the old man. Whenever, and I'm the old man because whenever you want to know the answer for something, you always ask the wise person. Who's the wise person? Always the oldest guy in the room. And so that's me, the old man.
And I am J Bay, also known as a whole bunch of other things, but we're gonna stick with J Bay. And as y'all know, this is the SIP podcast, Sex, Intimacy, and Power. And just as a reminder, for those of you that may find us in the new year, or those of you that may join us tonight, very new, we are rocking it out with these topics. We are willing to put ourselves in the vulnerable spots, in the hot seats, because each of us brings something to the table that we are passionate about concerning wellness, holistic living, therapy, mental health, sex, intimacy, power, all the things. And so we go live every Tuesday. We do have a new time change, y'all, 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern. But we go live every Tuesday because our goal is to continue to normalize sex and all of its beauty and all of its glory in conversation in our culture, in our community, and in our relationships. Because y'all, listen, for me to just put it all on the line and say this, y'all can't be out here fucking if you can't have communication with the person you sleeping with. Okay? You don't need to be married if you can't have communication with the person you're laying next to every night. You don't need to be dating or doing anything else if you don't have the emotional maturity to have these conversations. And sometimes we know a lot of you don't know where to go to ask questions. So, as a reminder, make sure that you look up underneath this video if you're on your laptop or on your phone or your tablet. And in the information, you will see the Google form where you can send us your questions, you can send us your thoughts, you can send us your feedback. You can leave it anonymous and not put anything that identifies you, or you can leave your contact information if you want us to follow up with you. But you can ask us all your things. And that's where we got these questions that we're going to be diving into tonight. Hey, Gypsy Boo Thing, if you can
Oh, child. Oh,
chime in, come on
Lord.
through. Come on through. She
Can
started with
you
the ooh
hear
child.
me?
This must be good. We can.
Like,
Come on through.
like I tell you what, I have not been able to like listen because my signal has been going in and out because I'm in these daggone woods. I'm almost home, but
Well, tell
these
tell the people who
woods.
you are, because we yeah
Okay,
we already told them who we is as a final reminder for 2024. So tell the people who you
okay.
is, girl.
Who I is? I am a poet. I am a actress, a writer, a director, and a government worker and all kinds of things all rolled into one. Um, I actually been down with jazz back when, remember that place in Bucket, no, was it Bucket? No, Piedmont. It was at Sip. There was a place called Sip. It was a coffee bar and we used to do poetry there. You remember Sip, the coffee
I
bar?
remember I remember the place, but I did not remember that was the name of it.
Yeah,
How
it was
ironic is
called
that
it
in
was
full
you
circle?
know what? And I just thought about it. I was like, what was the name of that place? It was Sip. Because a lot of times Lady V would do her poetry stuff there. But yeah, there
Okay.
so Sip was the little poetry spot they had. I mean, we had a lot of like little poetry spots back in the day, but
Mm-hmm.
that was the old Atlanta. The new Atlanta is not like the old Atlanta.
Mm.
So that's
Yeah,
how
you
Jazz
because
and I
you
met.
yes, and I don't know if you remember Alias Wordplay, but that's I know that he used to do some stuff there too, and you did, but I
Mhm.
couldn't remember the name of the place. But that damn, that's ironic in full circle. How about that?
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
as we jump in tonight, guys, we're gonna ask you, cause you love us, make sure you hit that subscribe button on this channel because we're trying to grow, y'all. Stop playing with us and holding us back. No, we just
Right. Share, like, subscribe, and let people know that no, we don't just talk about sex. No, it's not no daggone like raunchy podcast or whatever. We talk about real life things, real life experiences, and most of us are, most of the people that tune in, we have a variety of ages, but most of them that tune in are like 40 plus. So we got, a variety of experiences behind us too.
yes.
So we're here to talk about a variety of topics because right now, let's just keep it real. In the 40s and 50s now is probably not like the 40s and 50s when our parents were 40 and 50.
Yeah.
And you got a lot of the sandwich generation. Not only that, but just the dating is so different now. And that's just something that, I mean, like I was following a feed this week and it was toxic, I'm gonna be honest with you. And if you're not married and you read some of this stuff that people go through, you'd be like, I'm just gonna stay in the house.
Well, with that, we actually do have a really good question. Sean, when I was talking about it before we came on live, and yeah, I can see why it makes people want to give up sometimes. But you got to stay focused and you got to be mindful of who you have in your circle, who you have in your space, and who you choose to engage with, right? But we're gonna dive in before we get into our burning questions. If you got something to sip on, tell us in the comments where you are, what you doing, who you be, how you feeling. If you got something to sip on, let us know.
I wish I was home so I could have something.
You're gonna be home in a minute, girl. It's coming. You're gonna get there. If you don't, grab you something yummy to drink. I tonight happen to have both. I'm gonna tell y'all what's in my drink, and then I have some. Yes. Then I have some vanilla pound cake and strawberry Haagen-Dazs ice cream. Two of my favorite things because I'm like, it's the last day of the year. We gotta create a little bit more pleasure as this year goes out to a close. But so today I actually did my own little version of a mixed drink because I've been dealing with inflammation and I don't know if y'all can tell, like my face has been swelling. So I was like, I ain't gonna be doing shots and carrying on because I don't drink that much anyway. But I did want to have something. And what this is y'all know the Welch's sparkling wine or juice or whatever they call it. So I kept seeing that in the stores because of the holiday. I was like, let me grab some and try it. And Gypsy, you're gonna love this. I took that pineapple, not pineapple. I took the peppermint vodka that you sent me for my birthday. I mixed that in here with the strawberry Welch's sparkling wine and some lemon juice and some I think it's fruit splash ginger ale. Y'all.
Is it good?
Y'all.
Oh snap.
The old bartender came out of me for a little bit because I was dibbling and dabbling. And it's mighty tasty, y'all. And of course, I got a whole bunch of ice in there to water it down. So
right. Of course. Y'all
know how I do. Sean, as always, I'm assuming you got
Sean drinking some brown.
What you?
He drinking something brown. It's something brown in a red cup.
I did switch back to the brown today, so I do have some bourbon. But I am jealous because I ain't getting no bottle for my birthday just
Well, first of all, peppermint vodka is my shiznit, but it
I
only
share what I got you.
It only comes out in November. Your birthday is in August, which ironically, so y'all, so everybody on this podcast I've got longevity with, except for old man. Sean and I've been friends 30.
Yeah, we knew
33 years, right, Sean? Like 33 years or something like that. Jazz and I is over 15 years.
Yeah, because we're going on. I want to say we're going on.
It was like 2003. No, it's longer than that because it was like 2003. I mean, it was in the middle. It was back when you was the first time you was like round the way in Atlanta when we was going to doing all the poetry stuff.
Yes,
so it was, and it was when I was acting and stuff. So it was like with the zeros in there.
Yes, and I'm gonna put you on the spot thing. First of all, you're one of my
Mhm.
longest relationships. Congratulations to you, because I'm
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
amazing.
yeah. Girl, I got longevity. Most of my folks in my
Yes.
circle we got longevity. You prove it or
Yes.
you lose it.
Boom. And I'm gonna put you on the spot, boo thing, because it's the last day of the year. It's our last episode of the year. So you gotta
Yes.
close us out tonight when we're done with some
Oh
poetry.
yeah,
Okay.
you know I
Get it
got
people
you.
some get it people some, you know what I'm
You
saying,
know
to
I
go to sleep on
got
and
you.
marinate with and meditate on. You feel me?
I got you. I got you.
Y'all ready for some of these burning questions? How you feeling, Sean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you your question first. How about that?
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it. All right. So
Mhm.
what I did, y'all, was y'all know a lot of people, y'all message us, you use the form. And so a lot of the questions we don't respond to directly because they're already answered in previous replays. And sometimes y'all ask overlapping questions. But I
And
try
we
to
be
focus.
like, go and do some views, go and give us some views, and go and find out
Watch
that we
time.
already got it.
Well,
Hey.
listen, old man actually was talking to before we went live, and I told him he was going to have to finish telling us once we came back live. But so what I do is I do go back through the questions in the comments. I don't want y'all to think we forget you, because we don't. And we compile them so that we can do special Q&A episodes. So I went back through to see which ones we had not covered, and I condensed some of them because y'all was asking some of the same things. But one of them had me tickled, y'all. So one of them had me tickled. So the question for Sean was, you seem like an emotionally mature man. Are you married? You looking? LOL. Asking for a friend. I'm asking
Hey.
for me. I left my number in the contact form, and they did.
Oh
They
shit.
did.
Ah,
They did. I was like, oh,
Sean,
Shawty's shooting her shot for real. Okay. What you say, Sean? What you got?
Well, no, I'm not married, and at this time, no, I'm not looking in, and that's only because I'm enjoying my solitude, my peace, my zen.
Mm, mm,
Truth
Uh,
is, y'all, I'm telling you, me and Sean been friends over 30 some years, and most of the time Sean is booed up.
That
So
mean, ladies,
that is
he
true.
do need some, like, seriously, he do need some downtime to kind of like, that's the problem with a lot of people. A lot of people don't take that downtime in between relationships, situationships, or whatever, to just kind of figure out what it is they want to do or where they want to
yeah,
be or whatever. And
yeah.
yeah, I can say that Sean actually tries to.
Right,
But
and that,
everybody always trying to snatch him up as soon as he get in his solitude mode.
I mean, hey, I can't. That's me. Yeah, I can't help that. But
Right.
I'm saying, honey attract. You know what I'm saying. But anyway, you
Honey attracts bees
you know what I'm saying. But
and
anyway,
tit attracts flies.
but like I said,
Sean, you got the
when I
magic
was
stick. You saying?
when I was younger, I used to just jump from one to the other one, and I never took that time. But as I got older, and I realized that, hey, I need to sit back and just enjoy myself because I had gotten away from doing things, even something as simple as fishing, because I was in a
Mhm.
relationship and they didn't like doing it, so I didn't do it like I wanted to do it. And that's something that helps me relax and calm down. And now I'm getting all this stress build up because I'm not doing the things that I love and enjoy.
Yeah.
So at that point, I said, yeah, after the last one, I said, you know what? I just gotta sit back, relax, and just chill and just do me. And
And
so,
that's funny, y'all, because Sean a city boy and he like to fish. The fuck you
well,
fishing at in Philly?
you gotta understand that I spent half my life in the country
I
because
know on the Eastern Shore, but I'm just
you know,
saying though, most of the
well,
time you was in Philly, you was in the
between
city.
between Florida and Connecticut is where I spent most of my life growing up, all up and down the East Coast.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, when I first got introduced to fishing, was one of my neighbors right down the street from me in Philly, and we used to go up to Jersey on the weekends to go fishing.
What? Because I was getting ready to say, I know damn well y'all wasn't fishing in that damn river
Nah,
over
nah,
there on City Line.
nah, not at all. But actually, I'm a very complicated layered onion.
Mhm.
So
He wasn't.
a lot of
You
facets.
must you must have watched Shrek last week.
Oh Lord.
You gonna talk about some being an onion?
Well,
I'm just speaking about myself.
well, while Sean is in his respite space, okay, because Tanya said you in timeout. While Sean is in his respite space, we're going to ask you to respect his privacy, okay? However, just because your shot didn't land this time, do thing, don't mean you can't shoot it again in the future. That's all I'm gonna say, because I know you might be his flavor.
Well, to be honest, I think Sean, at the very least, that listener, at the very least, you owe him a call. So,
You
young
ain't
lady,
gotta
expect.
call no goddamn body. They sent
Oh,
a
well,
message. You sent. We sent a message back. Shut the fuck up.
hey, Sean, get
She's
a
a
get a
breath girl.
listener
Man, let
call
me
and
get
at
home
least
so I can
thank
get my
them
drink and get on
for.
camera so I can spank out his ass. Let me
Well, you
hurry up.
better hurry up. Well, hurry up, but be careful. Sean, give him the call a thank you for listening and tell them to like, share, and subscribe.
We right here online. We can do it right now. And they can see his face do it.
Okay,
I'm
Steve
not,
Stop
said
that
Gypsy
shit.
I'm
has
not,
some
I'm
pieces
not,
Well,
of.
listener, I tried.
I'm not against and engaging in good conversation. I just need you to know that I'm not looking to get into anything. That's
I feel
all.
like that's fair. I feel like
But
that's fair.
that's the other thing though, is sometimes people don't listen to what people say. And when they tell you that they're not looking, they always think, oh, but I could be the one to change his mind or
That
her
is true.
mind.
But
And
Gypsy,
don't go
in all
no,
fairness,
and I'm just
in
saying,
all fairness, though, he is a grown man.
I know it
Let,
is. I'm just saying that's part of the dating bullshit that I'm talking
yeah.
about that's out here.
I agree with you
You
100%.
tell somebody, listen, I'm just looking to have somebody to go do stuff with or whatever. And next thing you know, they want to be coupled up, and you be like, listen, didn't I tell you I don't want that shit?
Exactly.
So all I'm gonna say is, you shot your shot and it didn't land this time. Ladies, respect his privacy in this time of solitude. However, all I'm saying is, don't not shoot your shot in the future, because you never know. You know what I'm saying? But in addition to
Okay.
that, you know, I wholeheartedly agree, because we've talked about it. Before we move on to the next question, we have talked about this quite a bit in past episodes, that y'all know I'm a scream on that hill to the day I die with my last breath. We need to
Right.
stop jumping from one man or one woman to the next every time something ends. Whether you
Right.
dated them for a few weeks or a few months or a few years or married them or whatever, give yourself time to detox them out of your system. Give yourself time to figure out what has changed within you. What do you need and desire? What have you learned, etc. And so
Give your
I do
self
agree with
time
you.
to untie them damn soul ties.
I agree with you, Gypsy. All I'm saying, I'm playing devil's advocate on the outside and saying, Sean's a grown man and he can
I'm
speak for
not talking
himself.
about that.
And don't
I'm
let
just talking about in general.
your meanness smash that little young lady's hopes and dreams, because she
No,
really
I'm not
is a
talking
mother.
about that. I'm talking about in general. When you said give yourself time to heal between
Yes,
relationships, yeah, give yourself time to untie those soul ties.
yes, absolutely,
Because
absolutely,
that's exactly why we have such toxicity going on. And when
absolutely,
you
absolutely.
look around and you see, well, let me stop, because that's not nice either. There are too many people taking
And you're not even
each other
drinking yet,
out.
girl. You know what? You put your ass on the road and get back home safely so
Girl,
you can
I
get
am
on the
4
screen with
minutes
us.
from the house. My
You get back home
GPS said
safely,
I'm
because
4
I hear the
minutes from the
rain in the
house.
background, and we're gonna move
Right.
on to the next question, y'all, because
Well,
you
I do want to say I hope I wasn't mean. I was just,
You not mean. That was Gypsy being mean.
she
Shut
being
up.
mean, not
you
you.
know,
She being mean.
okay,
So we're gonna move on to the next question. Oh man, you and Gypsy go at it constantly like secret lovers. You sure y'all ain't knocking the boots?
Not 900 miles away, we ain't.
Hey, did they say old man or did they say gypsy?
They
no,
said both.
Oh,
Okay.
When you
Well,
mention my name, that means you addressing me.
no, I don't.
The fuck it
oh,
don't. Because if you talking about me, you better be talking to me. Don't be talking about me to nobody else.
Well, I was
oh my
talking about you
God.
earlier.
Well,
Oh,
my ears wasn't burning and I wasn't here to see it. But what you say?
Hey, let's talk
Don't
about it
let me
later
know.
on tonight.
I'm gonna
oh.
go. I'm gonna listen to the replay. I'm gonna listen to the replay so I know what I'm
You don't
chopping
have to
Minnesota
listen to the
about.
replay. I'll tell you about it.
Gypsy, you walk right into that one, girl. Go on and get home safely so you can get on screen.
I'm
Because you
finna
walk
get on
right
screen. I'm
slap
finna
Hey,
be
no,
happy.
let Gypsy, hold on just for a second, because I want you to hear this.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Gypsy, let me say this. A couple things. I was saying this right before we went live.
Mm-hmm.
I was out somewhere today, and actually I was just getting I was at the barbershop getting a haircut. And men in barbershop, we do a lot of talking. I was talking to someone, and a guy came in, and he sat down. Then I'm getting a haircut. Then the guy all of a sudden he said, "Man, and first Gypsy is gonna love that haircut that you got."
Oh hell no.
I said, what? What are you talking about? He said, Gypsy. I said, that, and then that's when I realized that guy, he actually listens to this podcast. And I'm gonna read, and hey, and I want to give him a shout out, man, and thank you for listening, thank you for sharing, thank you for tuning in. This guy, he told me that he drives he's a carrier driver, and he drives from Birmingham to Atlanta, and he used this program to get him from Birmingham to
Oh
Atlanta. He listened to this
wow.
program, I was so appreciative of the fact that he does that. He every Tuesday he's tuning in to us to
Mm-hmm.
listen, and I'm thankful for that
Absolutely.
of him doing that, and he the fact that he sees value in our program, and I just wanted to say, hey, thank you for listening.
That's
And
dope.
his thing was, and I was just blown away of the reach of this program. And just because, and I want to say this, Arrow, just because, they're not coming in, just because they're not submitting a question, doesn't mean people are not listening to this
And just because
program.
they don't right, and just because they don't write a comment while
Yeah,
we're live, that doesn't mean they're not tuning in. Because I told you, hey Jersey, Happy New
yeah,
Year.
yeah.
Just
And
because they don't. A lot of people are conscious of the fact of, first of all, the name of our podcast, and some of them are in such professional standings that
Absolutely.
they can't tune in to our podcast and put their name on there.
Use an
yeah.
alias.
Hey, that's right. And one, I was just so appreciative that he found value in what we say.
Yes, yes.
And so I was just blown away with that. So that was my little simply
That's
local
awesome.
celebrity moment. Uh, and
Oh,
so
did
Man,
you
I
even
know,
get his
but
name?
I know how those
yeah,
conversations go in the barbershop.
yeah.
So what was you in there telling them? You was like, yeah, I be having her like this and like that.
I know, actually, man.
Sean. You know what, Sean? You a messy ass.
Hey, man, we was actually talking about the Alabama game, and he listened and he heard my voice and just picked up on my voice, and he's like, "Hey, I just knew I knew you,"
That's
and
funny.
so yeah, it was just but and we of course we did talk just a couple of minutes about the program and in fact of what we talk about
What
on the
your mess
program.
ass was in there lying about?
Well, one Jips, I'm gonna
I
be
see
honest,
why
they
they took
all
it
think
I tell you
you and
what,
I having
I'm finna tell
a
all the
relationship.
I'm finna
They
tell all
all
the
think
listeners
that, but
now.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Gypsy and I are not having a relationship yet.
Let me just
She is
let
just
me
simply
let me just
$59 and a Southwest airline ticket
mm-mm.
away. But let me
Let
tell
me
you
just
why I
tell you
actually
something.
go back at Gypsy like this.
He would be burning this damn highway up if he had a taste of gypsy. So stop it. His ass would
Well,
be in damn Maryland. His ass be looking for a
Okay.
job. Be like, I don't want to be your
All
principal
right.
no more. I'm finna
We're gonna
move.
circle it back. We're gonna circle it back. Before we move on to the next question, I actually want to give a shout out. I actually want to give a shout out. So, if you've not seen some of the very first episodes that we did, we started on Tuesdays at noon, myself and Q, and then her friend Michael, right? And we did that for a couple of weeks. The After Dark series actually started in Benny Mac. So I'm gonna give Benny Mac a shout out, the comedic narrator. If you don't check him out, if you don't know who he is, Google is your friend. Look him up. He also does monthly engagements at the local Stardom Comedy Club. So shout out to him. But
All
also I'll give a shout
right.
out to his barbershop, Benny Max on First Downtown. That's how the After Dark series started. So I was in there one morning because he is my barber. We're just talking about random stuff. And by the time I left, like an hour and a half later, he, myself, several other barbers, and all of their clients had started this conversation about life and like marriage and dating in our 40s and what that looks like. And he and I had been talking for years about, we should do something together. Like we both pretty dope people. Let's create something. And so I said, hey, you want to do this? I went back up there the following Tuesday. We did it. We got a great response. We did the part 2. We got a great response, and it turned into a weekly thing. So I'm not surprised that somebody in the shop recognized you, old man, because that's literally where the After Dark version of this started. And he was a huge part, and Q and Michael were a huge part of me being able to do this. So if y'all don't even know who I'm talking about, go back and catch the replays because they're in those various episodes. And then Gypsy came in because I was traveling one day and we had already planned to see each other and nobody else could be on screen with me. So I was like, either I'm gonna reschedule it or you can go live with me. And Gypsy was like, say less. And then old man came in because we were in the barbershop again. They really do be talking a whole bunch of shit in the barbershop. He was in there one night and I was like, you got a lot of shit you talking. Come on camera. And he was like, say less. And then Sean was just, chiming in the comments with some really dope insight and, thoughtful responses. And we was like, so you coming on screen in a hot seat? And Sean was like, and say less. And here we are, we committed to doing this for an entire year last year. And here we, girl, I'm gonna mute you because you sound like you dying.
Yeah, I hope that was only a burp.
Jesus. You know what? I can't with y'all. Anyway, so here we are a year later, and we're actually doing our final episode of 2024. And I really just wanted to give those shout outs because, again, wouldn't be here without them helping me get this started. Now, this is a parlay off of conversations that I've been having for like 25 years now. These started when I was 19, working with hospice patients and catastrophic injuries, because no matter how old you are, no matter how broke the fuck down you may be, everybody at some point wants to have sex or know that they can have sex when they get an opportunity. And so thank y'all for being vulnerable. Now, that being said, I see why they think y'all. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that there. Next question. Okay, this one was me, Jay. Last episode, you shared some really transparent emotions, and I truly appreciate it. As a therapist, I hold a lot in, and often feel like if I were to really tell people how I feel and what I take in from others, they'd want to hold me for a psych evaluation. I don't think most people truly understand how heavy the space can be. Even other therapists don't always get it. You're welcome. Yeah, that was so unplanned. I mean, I don't mind telling y'all some things, but my business is my business, and I tend to keep very firm boundaries, and compartmentalize a lot of things. But I just felt like that was an opportunity to show that we're not going to always have it together. We're not going to always be perfect, have it figured out, or have the answers. And you really just have to be okay with being messy sometimes, being chaotic sometimes, being unput together, feeling broken, feeling weary, feeling worn down, burned out, all the things that we're going to feel in this roller coaster of a thing called life, right? And sometimes there are no perfect answers. You just got to feel your way through it. And so I'm glad that it reached you. And the one thing I will say is keep doing what you're doing. Whoever you are, because they made it anonymous. So whoever you are, wherever you are, keep doing what you're doing as a therapist. I don't know if you're a Black therapist or not, but if you are, kudos to you. And if you're not, just thank you for doing the work, because we need more safe people that are willing to talk about the vulnerability, because I truly believe that helps, number one, break down the barriers of people wanting to get help, right? When they see that the person that they're talking to is not a robot, they have feelings, they're human, they go through life too. That makes it a little bit easier for people to want to be vulnerable. And also, I think the more that we as Black people and Black women talk about it, we continue to remove the stigma in our community of telling our business, putting our business in the street, talking to strangers, all that kind of thing. We all need help. When life is good, when life is great, when life is not, we need help. So y'all, I'm a big crybaby sometimes. It is what it is. But again, I'm glad it reached you. Next.
Well, I just want to say
Oh,
on that point,
please.
you know,
Chime in.
you do have to have a safe space. So you do have to find that person that you can talk to. You can't hold all that in, because if you fill a glass up too much, what's going to happen? It's going to overflow. It's going to spill out. It's going to
Absolutely.
be a mess. And so to prevent that, yes, you do have to find that safe space. And even, I mean, hey, you can talk to us anonymously. You don't have to let us know who you are, but you can get things off your chest, because that's why we're here. We're here to discuss these things. And a lot of people have a lot of things. Trust me, I have a lot of friends that tell me things they would never tell no one else,
Yeah.
because I've been in that space. I know how it is, and I definitely know that. Hey, sometimes you just gotta get things off your chest to feel better.
Yeah.
Even if you're just saying it, even if you don't get a response, you just need to get it off your chest. Tell somebody what's going on, and there's no judgment here, so you can always tell us.
Yeah. Um, so not to get too far away from this, but to lighten the mood a little bit, y'all, let me not have Benny out here looking bad. I ain't been back to get my hair cut because he was traveling and my schedule. So don't be thinking like, damn, what's going on? No, I'm growing my hair back out so I can get my braids put back in. But when I catch him in the shop, he gonna get me lined up. Don't be thinking I'm out here making him look bad. I just wanted to lighten the mood a little bit. Now, to segue to what Sean was saying, there are a lot of times, and I did this even for Thanksgiving and Christmas. There are a lot of times I'll let people know, just, if you need a minute, send me a text, shoot me an email, and I make myself available, not because I don't want downtime or not because I don't enjoy my time with the people that I care for, but I recognize, hey, Jennifer, I recognize that there are some people that don't have anybody else. You know what I'm saying? They may only have their therapist or only have the professional people that they pay to help them. And so, and I get asked all the time, well, that doesn't make sense. Everybody got family. No, everybody doesn't. Just because you have blood relatives doesn't mean that you have family, right? A lot of people have to choose to go no contact or leave people alone because they want to get rid of toxicity. And so, and I also offer it to my students and my mentees all the time. If you need to just get it off your chest, then baby, get it off your chest. Send me a message and say, this literally happened. People will send me a message and be like, I don't even need you to listen to it or read it. I just need a safe place to drop it. You get what I'm saying? And I'm like, got you, bet, no problem. So reach out, like Sean said, we got you. If you want to use that form and just put at the top, you don't even have to read it. No question. I just need to dump it. Do that, because sometimes you need to know that someone is holding safe space for you. So I don't want to gloss over that. As far as the other therapists, because I do have a lot of other therapists and wellness practitioners and different types of people that do this work in my audience and that follow us as well. There's something to what that person was saying. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to misquote, so let me read it again. I'm assuming it's a woman, but it could be a man. I don't know. But they said, as a therapist, I hold a lot in and often feel like if I were to really tell people how I feel and what I take in from others, they'd want to hold me for a psych evaluation. I don't think most people truly understand, even other therapists. There's something to that. Because a lot of times you get people that just don't care as much, have different types of capacity. They have had different types of experiences, right? They may have a different type of support system. And so when they hear somebody that does this work saying, hey, I'm struggling, there often comes a lot of judgment with that, because it's like, you're the helper. How dare you not be okay? How dare you be vulnerable and weak? How dare you need help? And that's one of the reasons I made myself vulnerable, to share that. It's just a moment and we do get through it. But in those moments when you are feeling the collective of all the things that you've taken in from people in the past few days or weeks or months, because you got to think, a lot of us are hearing people in their worst moments. We're hearing about their death and their grief. We're sitting with them when they're feeling it. And when you're in close proximity, whether it's on the phone or video or in person, That energy is palpable. You can feel it, you can taste it, you can smell it, you can touch it, right? So when you're taking that in over and over and over and over and over again from people, no matter how healthy your boundaries are, when you're being exposed to it and you're listening to it constantly, it's going to affect you, right? And so I just advocate for you, whoever you are, and anybody else that's hearing this, to remember that the work that you're doing is powerful. I appreciate you, and I know that everybody you help, they appreciate you. But it's okay to take downtime, like Sean said. It's okay to get help. It's okay to refer patients to someone else or clients to someone else when what they are going through is too close to home to what you're dealing with or struggling with. You don't have to be Superman or Superwoman. You ain't got to put on a cape and save everybody. Y'all know one of my favorite affirmations: fuck them people. Okay. Love y'all, but we don't have to traumatize ourselves in order to be of help or service to someone else. I'm gonna get on off my soapbox. Anybody else want to chime in on that before I move on to the next question?
Yeah, I got a big old bag of fucks, and they all for me. I'm selfish. Ain't
Baby,
for
because I'm trying to enjoy them with somebody, not give them away. Okay.
Well, I got a fuck it list. I don't have no bucket list. I got a fuck this, fuck that, fuck you, and everybody else that don't want to get on my new program.
Let me catch up on these comments real quick. Hey Jennifer, happy New Year to you. You look cute. Oh, thank you, love bug. She said 100% truth. Couldn't love this more, and we love you back, girl. 28 years in medicine. Heaven forbid I ever have a moment been there. Yes, listen. The audacity of people to think that we have the right to expect somebody to be perfect. That's crazy to me. Care for the caregiver is so overlooked. Oh my God. Listen. Whether you're caregiving for a family member, a child, a loved one, or you are the caregiver in the professional setting, you have to take care of yourself. This is why so many caregivers die before the person they're taking care of does. Right? So
you better know this.
Listen, and then you said
self-care. We know that for a fact. I know that there's a couple of us that know that for a fact. Not going to speak on it any more than that, but we know it for a fact.
We know it for a fact.
Caregiver be gone before the person that they taking care of.
Yep. And the reason I addressed my face earlier, so I'm still cute. Y'all ain't gonna never convince me otherwise. But the reason, because I did have a couple of people messaging me like, "Hey Jay, your face is looking swollen. Like, are you okay?" Y'all genuinely care about us, and I love that for us. I appreciate that. So that's why I wanted to address it. No, I do deal with swelling and inflammation because of chronic pain. Sometimes the brain sends out the wrong signals with fibromyalgia. I promise y'all I am good. I got no intention on croaking on y'all. Y'all gonna be listening to me talk shit for a long time if I got something to say with it. But thank y'all for caring.
When I leave this earth, y'all better listen to the fucking replays.
That's what the fuck she said. Okay. Sean, I believe you and Old Man were both saying in a recent replay I caught how silly it is for a man to ask a woman her body count. Thank you, in capital letters. I am a grown-ass woman, and I've had my share of experiences like anyone else. It really turns me off when men digress and act like high school boys keeping score.
Yeah, and I just don't understand the ego blow it causes men to find out that, oh my God, she's had sex with 3 people. But because for the life of me, I can't figure it out. So you supposed to be this stud out here in these streets, but the woman you come across is supposed to she's supposed to be a virgin, only had sex with one person. I mean, why are you so insecure?
Because he don't want to be compared. He figures if she got a low body count, that means that she got a low expectation of his level of.
No, that's not what that means.
But that ain't necessary.
That's not what that means.
No, I see her point, but that ain't necessary because the first dude she could have been a 15-inch mandingo that laid it down.
Yeah.
Could have been fire. She's been looking for fire ever since.
Hey, let me share this with you. First of all, young lady, thank you for your response. Thank you for your comment. More likely, you got, like you said, you had your experience. Then your body count may be up there. But let me share this with you. When it comes to body count, first of all, one is too many. One is too many. And then as far as me, if you got one, it doesn't even matter. I don't care. If you my lady, I don't care what your count is. I just don't want you to be slept with my buddy. You know, I just don't really want you to be slept with my buddy. So I don't.
That's
You know,
understandable.
I don't. I expect for you to have experience. I expect for you to have lived your life.
We
You know,
didn't
you
touch this, Jennifer. I'm sorry.
yeah. I don't. I don't. That's not. It doesn't matter to me. Now, you got folks who is that number matters so much. Well, guess what? That ain't the person for you. Just like whatever their preference is, and you have your preference. You don't like maybe old guy, big guy, little guy, short guy, whatever.
Exactly.
Well, that's your preference. But I don't knock somebody for, hey, body count is a eliminating factor, because that's their preference. I don't knock anybody for their preference. I'm not everybody's preference, but you got to be crazy not to love me,
Yeah.
But but I'm not. Believe it or not, I'm not somebody's preference. But it doesn't bother me.
Exactly, and it shouldn't. And that's my whole point. Because I don't care if you had 1 or 100. When I come to do my job, I'm doing my job. And trust me, my job's gonna get done right.
Yeah. And when you my lady, you my lady. Plain simple as that. Plain simple as that. When you my lady, you my lady. And I'm not even going to ever ask you about that. I'm not. That is. I think that's a insecure man. Hey, am I the best? Am I the biggest? Do I go the longest? That's insecure. That's insecurity. And that's why that person is saying that. That's same thing with a woman. Do you like it? Is it good? How I feel? That's her insecurities.
I never asked those questions. I just always.
I forgot I muted myself. I'm gonna chime in on that one, though, man. I can't talk for men because I'm not no man, but I will say that for women, not all of that is coming from a place of insecurity. That's a turn on. Like if we're asking you, tell me how I feel. Tell me what you like. That's a turn on for you to talk to. Okay, so let me put this in simple context, because y'all ain't finna get up in my business. Y'all heard that tape that Shannon, whatever his face leaked, right?
Hold on. Don't say that we ain't finna get in your business now. If you come on out here now.
No.
Don't be hard.
All I'm gonna say is y'all
listen
heard that
here.
tape that
Let me stop you right here. Now, we told these people we gonna be honest and we gonna be open. Be honest, be open. Don't be. Sean, am I correct?
Don't play with me.
Hey.
All I'm gonna say is that tape, that whatever that dude name is, that Shannon, whatever.
Shannon Sharp.
Yes. Y'all, some of y'all men can take notes, because some of us ladies like that. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay. So we ain't always asking
we weren't talking about the dirty talk itself. We were just talking about overall when you asking about the body count. Now, me personally, I've never had that conversation unless the woman brought it up. And if she brings it up, I'm gonna be honest. And if that turns her off, fuck it.
But that's one thing you won't be doing. If it turns off, you won't be fucking it.
I mean, fuck the situation.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. My bad. Too soon.
I ain't got, because when they said there's plenty more fish in the sea. Oh, yeah. This fish ride out this bitch.
Listen, because what you don't want 1,000 more people do, right?
Slam dunk
I
from
ain't
Gypsy.
y'all up in my business because I ain't telling y'all my business. But I'm responding to what old man was saying about like women asking that question out of insecurity. Again, I'm not a man, can't speak for a man, but I will say that for women, that voice, that talking through, like that's why I use that audio as an example, that little thing that women like that. It's not about insecurity, it's about that turns the fireworks on, or the waterfall, or whatever you want to call it. Like when we hear you talking, I'm gonna put it up in just a minute. I'm gonna put it up there in just a minute. So that's why I'm just using it as an example. Some men can use that as a learning tool because we don't give a fuck about Keisha, Tisha, Tasha, and whoever else in the moment, but you talking to us is a turn on. That's all I'm gonna
Long
say
as you
about
don't call another bitch name.
Yeah,
But then I'm gonna
it.
choke you.
Depends on if she might be doing some role play. I mean,
that's the
some
thing
people
though.
get freaky with it like that.
We wasn't talking
Hey,
about
You
that.
just
gonna
cause they
post
called the other name, that I'm serious, that don't mean nothing.
Don't
Cause they
call
called the
another
other
name
name.
while we in the middle. They talk me through it, yeah. But if you call another name when you talking me through it, we finna have some problems.
Listen,
Sometimes
I
other
don't
stuff be on our
knock
mind. It just be a mistake.
I don't knock nobody's hustle because if she got a wig
Well,
on,
let me just tell you this. I do my Kegels and you will be embarrassed if you call another name.
I will say
Yep.
this.
And
That sounds exciting.
It's been my experience. See, I'm trying not to get because y'all gonna start engaging again, and everybody's gonna think y'all doing stuff. Shit. Anyway,
bullshit. This is why they keep asking the
my
question.
experience when I'm dealing with women, when they ask me those things, it's because different dudes like different shit. So it's been my experience when women ask those questions, they are trying to cater to me and make sure they're satisfying me.
Yes.
Because one dude might like teeth. I don't like teeth. So don't use no goddamn teeth.
What is that? Put our teeth in the cup.
Hey.
If she,
I'd rather have teeth in the cup than teeth somewhere else.
I ain't never had a gummer, but I am more than willing to experience that because I heard that's like the best. But you know.
Oh yeah, Sean said he waited.
Well, I hit you up if I ever get a posh.
Moving on. We're gonna start no more rumors on the podcast. No more rumors. Moving on. I agree with Sean.
Hey, we best friends. We can do that.
We're not doing it because next they're gonna be like, Gypsy, you and Sean fucking. Nope, no more rumors on the podcast.
Yeah, Sean, our best friends. We done told y'all that we best friends. We can talk about any and everything.
No, the next rumor we gonna be in the freckle. Me, old man, and Gypsy.
Y'all gonna be on the flight.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all gonna be brother husbands.
We go.
Hey, you know
we go get that Southwest $59 one way.
I just want to be invited to the wedding. That's all I'm saying.
Y'all gonna be brother husbands. I'm gonna need two.
I'm with you when you're right, boo. But I agree with Sean. Listen, I agree with Sean that again, everybody's different.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell me what she wanted because I don't give a damn. Ask me what I like. Ask me what I want, and I'm gonna tell you. But also take the initiative to explore. Right. That's why I said for a lot of women, that voice, especially depending on how your voice sounds, that's a turn on. You activate her nervous system.
Sound like Tyson.
Girl, shut up.
But I don't want to feel like I'm in bed with a stud.
Oh my God.
Or if you somebody now I realize
somebody like
a medical diagnosis problem. But what if you stutter?
Oh my God. You know what the right woman might like you know what?
You feel that. You feel that.
But listen,
it's New Year's, y'all. We wildin'. Where
they at when they stuttering, it might work out.
I was about to say that because that sounds like it might be a good time for y'all women. He's stuttering.
Again.
When he down there trying to do his ABC.
And it took him so long to say it. You don't know what part they decide to do again.
But listen, it depends on where they at when they start stuttering because it might add to the pleasure. I don't know. But I'm just throwing it out.
Let me stop, man.
Let me catch up on these comments real quick. Back to where we were earlier. Said I was comatose in the second I woke up. Listen, they don't give a damn if you almost died and had to be resuscitated. Folks want you to do what you were gonna do for them so they can benefit. I look forward to being here on the regular. You guys are amazing. We love you, Jennifer.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Y'all need to adopt me. Girl, we got you. Listen, when you come in, I got room. Come on, I got you.
Go back and listen to the replays, baby. We introduced ourselves in the beginning.
Yes. We literally introduced ourselves on this episode. We got y'all because we knew we was gonna have some new people coming in for the end of the year. So we got y'all. Nadina, men who get freaked out by a woman's body count are insecure, period. There are so many insecure men. Let's keep it 100.
Yep.
Tanya, please don't ask people those questions that get your feelings hurt. I'm convinced that's why most of them feel some type of way, because they really want to think that they're the best that we ever had, and oftentimes that just ain't real.
And so, oftentimes we'll tell you what you need to hear at the moment, but make us mad, you'll hear the truth.
And that's the thing. I'm gonna tell you this, fellas.
And then right, Tanya, make us mad, you'll hear the truth.
If you ain't got
everybody is the best when you in love.
But hold on, wait. If you ain't got repeat customers, then yeah, you need to work on your game. You need to
listen. I got repeat customers when I want to have repeat customers. Because let me tell you about Gypsy. I was holding auditions and they didn't get called back.
And we understand that, and that goes to my point. If you got repeat customers, then you must be doing something right.
Right, but they wonder why they wonder why. Because you didn't get a call back because you just didn't measure up, boo.
Exactly.
Now, I don't give a fuck what you tell the story as. I don't care.
And that goes to my point. If you don't get those callbacks, because even you can get 1, 2, maybe 3, but after that third time, if you ain't getting that call back, you getting ghosted.
They know they lackluster. Ain't nothing worse than having somebody with a nice face that can't.
Can't what? I didn't hear that.
There's definitely
Gypsy, you went out, babe. Gypsy, you went out.
It's definitely something worse than somebody with a.
No, I didn't go out, baby. I paused because I was trying to find the right words. But it ain't nothing worse than somebody that looked the part that can't complete the damn mission.
That is the truth right there. I'm gonna tell you I will say this. Y'all know I don't tell a lot of my business, but years ago, one of my most disappointing experiences was with one of the tallest people I had ever dated. He was like 6'7", 6'8", something like that. And it was like, we're gonna keep it moving. But it was very disappointing. And it was actually one of the reasons I ended the relationship. Y'all can call me superficial.
Now I'm be honest, that biologically. Now I'm not. Now listen, I ain't no expert at
we ain't saying you got to be
certain things, but I'm saying that 6'8" is impossible to have small organs. Organelles at 6'8".
All his tissue went to his legs.
Oh my God. First of all, oh man, that lie that everybody likes to think that there's a correlation between the size of the foot or the thumb.
No, I don't say that now. I'm talking about in terms of a man 6'8", 6'9".
All his tissue went to his legs.
No, it's the same thing with a woman who 6'8", 6'9".
I hope you know that.
I'm talking about body size.
I don't give
everything is proportional.
Girl, you hollering.
That's a lie.
Turn it down.
It ain't proportional.
Look, I'll calm you down. Come on. Don't worry about it. I'm here with you. I'm here with you.
It's not proportional. It's not proportional because there are times, listen, the most hungry I ever seen was short as fuck. Yeah. The one with a teeny weeny itty bitty, he was the president of the itty bitty peanut committee. And he was tall with big fucking feet.
Okay, all right, we got you. Let's catch up with these comments.
Yes, let's catch up with the comments. And all I'm gonna say is, oh man, you do realize that penis size and height have nothing to do with each other. Short men can have a bigger size penis than a taller man, and vice like that. Right. Okay. So all I'm saying is, don't show up to the ride thinking one thing until you have checked entrance fees.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna go check that. I'm be honest. All the one that concern me is mine.
I'm talking about man or woman. Like I actually was having a conversation about this before. Like, with a friend of mine, when you start dating someone, when you're talking about building a relationship, long-term marriage, whatever, those are things that you need to talk about. Even if you want to wait till your wedding day, that's fine. But you still need to talk about certain things, maybe even do a turnaround with each other, because you need to know what to expect so that you can prepare accordingly. Because a lot of people
but ain't nothing worse than somebody having the equipment and they can't use it.
Good, you just loud. Okay, let me get to
no, seriously.
She in her bag.
I didn't see somebody with the right equipment that couldn't use it.
She in her bag
that's
right
true
now.
too. That
is true. I've heard that.
You could have the right equipment and then be like mini man.
But
very true. A lot of people
that's because you was exciting to them, Gypsy.
Oh my God, no. So this is why I use that as an example. One of the tallest people was the biggest disappointment, because he also didn't know how to use what he had, because he was so used to everybody wanting him just because he was tall and he was light skinned and caramel.
That
part. Nice look. And men and women often rely on that. They rely on their looks and societal approval, so they never learn how to actually create pleasure in the bedroom or in intimate experiences. And this is why we have to. So I'm trying to bring the mature side of the conversation here, guys.
But not only that.
But wait a minute, though. Wait a minute. This is why we have to be willing to have these conversations, because a lot of times we're going to assume something based on what a person looks like, or maybe the smack they telling us because of what somebody else said to them to hype them up, and they can't live up to that because they never had to. Now, in some cases, it ain't that they can't learn. You might be willing to teach them, and they may be willing to learn. This is why communication.
But wait a minute.
If they ain't willing to learn and they don't want to be taught, fuck them. Go ahead, girl.
You know what else?
What?
Since a lot of times we overlook character flaws if people meet certain visual aesthetic requirements. Yeah. Now, you already know they fucked up because how they acted, treated the wait staff or whatever on the first date, and you're going to have a second date with them knowing that you don't like this type of behavior, but because they're aesthetically pleasing, you give them a pass. It's the same thing that people do. Listen, people overlook character flaws. They try to work with sexual incompatibility, all kinds of stuff, just because somebody looks the part. Nah, I'm too old for that shit. I ain't got much time left on this side, so I'm over trying to put you in a little box because you meet certain visual requirements. Now you gotta meet the whole package and get the fuck on.
Hey, now Gypsy said something that is just right on. Hello, Gypsy, you went out, man.
Yeah. Hey,
Gypsy says something that's just right on, especially with one thing I wholeheartedly agree with, and that is I ain't got as much time. I ain't got the time to wait. I'm 54 years old. Tomorrow ain't promised. So we finna do with everything I want to do today, not tomorrow. We finna do it today, tomorrow, and then on. I don't have time to wait. I ain't got time to trade. We finna do everything. I ain't trying to leave here, but I don't want to leave with no regrets. When I leave here, I don't want nobody to say, I wish I could have, I wish I had, I wish I did. I want you to know I did everything that I could do. Everything. Absolutely. So, and let me say this right here, because I know this coming up on the end of the year. Now, it's the end of the year, and you know you want to go out and you want to end the year, or you want to start the year how you want it. Now, somebody, at the beginning of the year, you got to get that New Year's kit. I'm looking at 2 or 3 screens at the same time, so one is on the delay. So that's why it looks like I'm going back and forth.
You cross-eyed, tell the
truth. You know, baby. I can see where I need to see. You.
I am not touching that. Oh my God.
Gypsy, no.
You know what? We're not doing that. No more rumors.
She said all it took was a taste, and let me tell you, baby, I gassed this truck up, but I'm finna hit the highway.
So y'all know I got like 3 people texting me right now saying they fucking. Like, stop lying to yourself. They fucking. Hey. And I'm texting back saying no, they really not. And y'all making me look crazy because y'all up here acting like.
Hey, somebody, the New Year coming. Somebody got to get that New Year's kiss from somebody, or that New Year's first hump, or somebody got to end the year with a good hump or something. You better, hey, if you don't have nobody, you better go ahead and start hitting that Rolodex real quick. You only got a few hours to find them.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but the thing is don't just accept any old thing. I'm gonna go up to Gypsy. I mean, to Jennifer. I want to talk about what Jennifer said.
Yeah, I want to catch up on these comments, and then y'all, we got to get back to the questions because we never finished the questions. Oh my God! But y'all stop because
I want to talk about this.
I seriously got 3 people texting me right now that believe y'all really doing something. So y'all might want to stop because the rumors are abounding.
Child, listen, I thrive on rumors.
Good. Okay,
unless you got video, it never happened.
I got the video, baby. You all know I'm a photographer. You know I got the video.
It's gonna be the video.
You don't got no video because you know Gypsy don't let you tape.
That sound like that happy. Nope, I'm not doing it. Last date dumped me because he said he wanted someone more experienced. I'm 56. My fiance passed and hadn't dated because I was raising my niece through 4 brain surgeries. She's fine now. So glad to hear that. But try dating at 56 when you've only been with one guy because you were trying to set a good example for a child. That's the
now wait, this was her question. Go to the next one because that's what her question is.
I'm gonna go to that, but I also wanted to respond to this real quick and say that also shows that was not the person you needed to even try to be with because he obviously displayed emotional immaturity, right? So in my mind, you dodged the bullet. So be thankful that he showed his ass like that because you dodged the bullet.
I'm curious about what it meant. He wanted someone with more experience.
He wasn't a freak,
but
sound like he wanted some kink.
But it sounded like he had kinks in it, and maybe she was too green.
But you want somebody with a low body count. Make it make sense.
No, but that's the thing. He didn't want a low body count. He wanted somebody with, because he had some fucking deviant shit. Don't worry about it, Jennifer. You dodged the bullet on that shit.
I know. I agree. No, she
dodged the bullet on that shit because when somebody talks about they gonna dump you because you have a low body count, a lot of times.
No, that's not what she said.
No, it's not. It's not a turn off because of her low body count. It's a turn off because he wanted to fuck us.
No. Listen to what I'm saying.
No.
Because
Gypsy, you went mute.
More experience. No, she didn't go mute. She just
stopped. No, she stopped talking, old man. Let her be quiet.
Okay.
Because you want somebody with more experience. How you gonna have someone with more experience and somebody with a low body count? That don't make no sense. The math ain't mathing. You can't have it both ways.
He wanted her to have experience with one person or whatever, I guess.
And what she brought to the table.
Right.
And you know what? She dodged the bullet because fuck him.
She did. Fuck him.
I think she dodged the bullet also, but
dodged the bullet.
Now I also want to say this right here. When he said someone with more experience, I don't think he just wanted somebody. Body count didn't matter. I think he just wanted to experience her, or she was moving at a slower pace than he wanted.
But you
now,
know,
he want a fucking freak. He probably got some freaky shit that he like to do in the closet. That he needed somebody with a little bit more experience that could do that, and more that would accept it.
He probably wanted to get shitted on and didn't know how to tell that to her.
Hey, Jennifer, just let us know, Jennifer. Did you break him off some? Did you give him a little taste?
No, he don't get no taste.
Well, I'm just. The reason I asked that is because of this right here. And first of all, what do you do or not? That's up to you. That's your body. You do what you want to do. But what I'm saying is, I'm trying to look at the idea of someone with more experience. Now, if he didn't experience you, he want to know if you was real experience or no experience because he didn't experience you. Now, if he experienced you, and then he said, if he experienced you, and then he say he wants somebody with more experience, then that now we can understand that he may have wanted to do more things or get you to do more things.
I want to chime in here as well, and I'm only speaking from the feminine perspective. I can't speak as a man, but when it comes to body count, I'll speak very broadly about my own expectation. Right, I don't necessarily want anybody that done fuck their way across the Eastern Seaboard. However, I wouldn't necessarily want a virgin either. Right. I want someone who has taken time to live a little bit, to explore themselves, because I believe that we all need to figure out what pleases self before we can teach another person that, right? And before we can really learn another person's body. But ideally, I would also want somebody, whether that body count was 5 or 25 or whatever, or higher. I also want someone that has experienced different people so that they've learned a little bit more about what they like. Because there's only so much that you can learn when it's just you by yourself, right? You have to be able to engage with other people. So again, they're the extremes. There's no experience, limited experience, and then there's the extreme of too much damn experience. So for me, right, it's that balance of, I want you to have experienced enough life that you are settled, because I also don't want to be with a person that, now that they're with me because they never got experience out there with anything or anyone else, they're always wondering what should have, could have, would have happened, right? What would have happened had I sold my wild oats? What would have happened had I tried this? I think experience allows you to get to that place where you're settled and you now have more depth of understanding of what you want and don't want, what you need and don't need, what you desire and don't desire with your person, right? And so there's that balance. So that's my thought, again, coming from the feminine perspective. Maybe it wasn't about body count. Maybe he just felt like she didn't have enough experience, because what I'm reading in your comment, Jennifer, is that you had a fiance and that was it. And then there's this person. So it also could have been that he felt like she just hadn't explored enough. It might not have been derogatory. I'm trying to give him a little credit. That might be too much credit. But I still say you dodged a bullet. If he wasn't willing to talk to you about it, if he wasn't willing to communicate, then fuck him, and you still dodged a bullet. And I would say the same thing if it was a man and a woman, you know, in the reverse roles. Because either way it goes, if you want a person and you want access to their body, then you need to be willing to have grown-up, mature conversation and be emotionally honorable with each other. There's just no way around that to me. Right. Jennifer said, I'm sitting here. Y'all are lit. I needed this. We glad you got here, boo. I'm sitting here blushing. I love the honesty.
And keep coming back, Jennifer.
Keep on coming back. Taking notes here. I need repeat customers. Yes. Ow. She said organs. Y'all making look. Jennifer's a doctor. I think she should chime in and let us know height and size are not always correlated.
Absolutely.
How that work all the time. She said, I will say after many years in the ERC, not everything is proportional. Listen, okay? Because some of the short people I've seen have some of the biggest packages, and some of the tallest ones I've seen have some of the smallest. It's not always directly proportional. Nadina said, preach. What's we saying, girl? Let us know so we can pat ourselves on the back. What was we talking about? Jennifer said had a 6 foot plus celeb and his junk was minuscule. See? Okay, like
he was part of. Listen, he wasn't only a member; he was the president of the
titty committee with the women and the. Yes, I'm with you. Yes, I'm gonna look for that text, Jennifer, because I need to know these things. I'm nosy. I like to know. I'm like Dos Aki. Okay, I want to know all the things. And then she said, Gypsy is 100%. Man, Gypsy be live and in charge, don't she, y'all?
All the time, honey.
He loves her. Think Jenny got time for that. Listen, you ain't Jenny from the block. You ain't got time for that. That's my resolution.
That's right.
Take some time and bring it or leave it. She said, "I love you, Gypsy."
Oh, love you too, boo.
Experience is code for freak.
I mean, that's what he really wanted to say, but he didn't want to say that. But he really wanted to say that. That dude might have wanted butt plugs and all kinds of shit, girl. You dodged the bullet.
Like he had a little kink going on. She said, "Hell no."
Hold on. Wait a minute. Is butt plug kink?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was normal.
I wouldn't. Yeah, you know what? I'm not touching that. No.
Wait, what?
I'm not going to even ask.
Now, I agree with what Tanya is saying because you
Yeah,
know.
can only speak for myself, but the level of comfort I feel with you determines the level of freaking me. Now
And
that's
that's,
on
and that's,
That part.
that's true.
She said she had a whole sermon in that sentence.
But this is my point. Going back to what Jennifer was saying, because to me, if you inexperienced, you know what I got? I got a fucking lump of clay that I could mold into whatever I want to mold it into.
That
'Cause
is true.
everybody got some freaking,
Yeah.
and all I gotta do is talk to you, find out what it is that you like, what you're comfortable with, and then at that point we can explore together.
Mhm.
I ain't gotta
Absolutely.
hit you with my whole bag all up front when you like, nah, I
Cause
can't handle that. I can't handle
you
that.
may run them away.
You know,
Right.
Yeah.
Don't show them everything.
let's take it nice
Look,
and slow. Let's work up to it, and let's get to whatever your level is. Even if my level is up here and your level is
yeah.
right here, we can get there. And like, okay, I can accept your level. But to come out just guns blazing, like, oh no, you don't do that. Well, hell no, I
Yeah.
can't fuck with you. That's kind of
Right.
not.
Work your way up. Work your way up because
Let me say
some
that.
people ain't down with some of the shit you down with.
Fact.
Work your way up. But at the same time though, monitor progress. See where he at. You know,
You're right.
see where she at. See
Fact.
if it even line up to where you trying to go. Hell,
Well,
that train might not even be on your track.
and this is
And
why I said y'all can take notes. The guys that are really out there feeling some type of way about body count and all that, and did she have enough experience and whatever. This is why I said that Shannon dude, y'all can take notes off of that. Whether it was licked on purpose or not, don't nobody really care. The point
Right.
is
We ain't do
he
nothing
was showing
special.
off some game. No, I ain't saying he did nothing special, but you would
Nope.
not believe there are a lot of guys. This is one of the biggest complaints I hear from some of my female clients. A
Really?
lot of guys don't know how to talk to a woman in the bedroom.
What?
Oh, don't.
They don't.
They
Okay.
don't know what they see on porn.
Starting course
That.
It
199,
depends on which porn they watching.
199.95. I'm starting the course. The site will be up tomorrow. Y'all can sign up. I will tell y'all exactly what to do.
I'm telling y'all, this is one of these
And
biggest
listen,
complaints.
and I have a half off sale to tell you on the female side. $99.99.
Y'all ain't right. But I promise you, this is one of the biggest complaints I get when they come to me for like help with intimacy and things like that. This is one of the biggest complaints I hear from the women, that man does not know how to talk to them in the bedroom. He either abrasive and aggressive and like pushing and pulling and snatching and doing all the shit like Gypsy said he sees in porn, or he's silent and not doing nothing but grunting. And it's like that's extreme on either side. And
that's
you
the
gotta
mister
figure
from Color Purple.
it out.
Right.
Like Mister, okay? And so that's part of what y'all need to understand as men, that women are mental, right? If you can fuck a woman's mind, if you can make love to her mind, her body will respond. Hands down. You want the water works?
Even if
Hey,
you part of the itty bitty peanut committee.
Well,
and but
I
you
don't know.
also gotta let them know this
We'll go
right
with that.
here.
Yes.
That sex with the mind, it starts actually before you even take your clothes off. You
Wait,
got to
it
start
starts
before.
the
And
days
that's free
before.
game. Listen.
Yeah,
Game.
it starts
Yeah,
before
y'all
then.
better listen. Y'all better listen, cause old man spitting wisdom right there.
Yeah, old man and Sean on point. Listen, don't wait till you in the bedroom trying to get it or the day of. This starts days and weeks in advance. When you're speaking to her mind, when you're making love to her mind, if that woman is really into you, she's going to be responsive. Now, if she ain't ready, she'll tell you that. This is why communication is key. Back it the fuck down. If you really want her, back it down and go at her pace. But if she's responsive to you and she ready and you ready, man, that mental stroke game is everything. And I'm telling you, this is one of the biggest complaints I hear from ladies. That's why I say the average man can learn something. He ain't do shit that was spectacular, but it was the simple fact that he was talking her through. That right there can be a game changer for a lot of people in the intimate time. If you learn what that woman likes, what tempo she likes, you know, how loud or how soft to be in her ear. Do you whisper it against her stomach or her throat? All those things, y'all, can make a big difference. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
Jennifer
and
said,
I'm sharing this with those men.
yeah,
Like as we said, men, we have to start before we you have to start before you get them in the bed. You
yeah,
you really do. And I know this right here now. For men who work all the time and you busy all the time and you on your purpose, sometimes every time it can't be that way. That's
Right.
why when you're in a good relationship, you with a woman, you communicate, and she know that sometimes it's gonna be, hey baby, let's get in the bed and we just go at it and we just go. Just really go. But every time should not be that. Every time should not be a quickie. Every time is not a quickie. She don't need, she don't need to feel, like she just a just a
like she's just
sexual
a cum
object in
bucket.
essence.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
yeah, I didn't want to say that word, but that's
it is what it is. No woman
yeah,
wants to feel like she's just a cum bucket or a cum receptacle for you to get
yeah,
your rocks off
Right.
and you're not focusing
Or
on
a
her.
hoe
yeah,
unless you can.
Right.
yeah. Okay. They said it. They said the word for me. They said it
I
for
mean,
me.
it is what
But
it is.
yeah,
So let me break it down. Sometimes you gotta make love, and sometimes you gotta roll up on them, grab them by their throat from behind, and pull their
All
skirt
that.
and
yeah.
do the thing.
Bit them on right there in the kitchen.
But it's all about your relationship. So yes, it's communication, and you gotta talk. And so yes, you gotta know what you're dealing with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So you won't know that
yeah,
without communications.
yeah,
And people, that's people just don't do that. A lot of guys feel like, and this all comes from toxic masculinity, that they're supposed to be these men out here just getting sex and getting sex and getting sex. But on the other hand, women are not supposed to be having sex.
yeah.
And then they turn around when they get a woman.
Well, who the fuck is he having sex with then?
That'd be my
Oh,
question.
I'm sorry.
No, that'd be my
My
question.
bad.
Force.
That'd
My
be,
bad. Did that come out? Was that my outside voice?
I mean,
My
That was
bad.
not that was not your inside voice at all.
but at the same time, then they want, when they in a relationship, they want, oh, demure, and oh, you know what I'm saying?
If
And
she
then,
ain't supposed to be having sex, then nigga, what was you practicing with?
but then they don't know how to handle them in the bedroom. Because
Oh
yes,
my
sometimes you are tossing and throwing them around, and sometimes you gotta be sensual and giving, not just taking.
Yeah, you got to change it up, switch it up. Your pitch can't always be a fastball. You got to learn to change up in a curve and a slider. If
And a
all
lot,
you got is a fastball, you come in at one. You don't last long in the big league.
and a lot of guys, their analogy be like, "Oh, I lost my fastball." Like,
Yeah,
so
Yeah.
you don't got a slider, you don't got a change up. I mean, what's going on? You don't got a curveball. I mean, come on now. If you in this game, you in this game. You can't be playing this game with just the fastball.
yeah. You
That.
then all you did is just a reliever.
Oh my God.
Basically,
Let me catch up on these
Now you can
comments.
be in the show for a long time, but all you are is just a reliever.
Jennifer said, so do I keep my past or wild oats a secret when dating? I think depends on your comfort level with that person.
okay, so
I say don't be.
But don't ever tell
Yeah.
everybody all your business though.
Listen,
And they
right?
certainly
Like,
don't need to be on the first date.
No.
yeah.
but
Some of them be asking too much shit.
it depends on what your past is, because
Yeah.
if you was out there, then you was out there. That's just what it is. But no,
Yeah.
you don't get that away up front.
Fuck.
But if you wasn't out there, you wasn't out there, and you still don't get that away up
Right.
front.
Yeah.
Right.
And just because and say this right here, when a guy talked about he wants somebody with experience, and and the idea of your low body count, just because you can have a body count of one, and you can have a whole hell of a lot of experience. That means y'all did a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
That would
So
be true.
don't feel like you inexperienced, because I'm here to tell you, Adam and Eve was the first ones here, and they got a whole lot of experience, and they taught a whole lot of folks a whole lot
Oh
of
my
tricks.
God.
So,
Okay, let me catch up on
Hey,
these,
you.
catch up on these questions. She said, yeah, he wanted me to act like a trick, and he did. Sound like he wanted some fetishes to be in the bedroom.
well, hell, he should have
That's
paid if he wanted a trick.
facts. Keep them guessing. Tanya said, right, Sean, giving it all to him at once can be intimidating. Yes, and overwhelming. Just give them a little bit to make them want more.
Exactly.
And you know, I'm gonna throw this in there to say, I think everybody has what they would consider to be their deal breakers or their non-negotiables, their boundaries. Right. But for the most part, I think if you are committing to a person for the longevity and you want that to be your person and them to in you to be their person, you know, most people are gonna want to explore at some point, because you know, and not everybody just want to lay in missionary for the next 30, 40, 50 years, right? And so that being said, don't bring out the clown bag on the first date or maybe even the first 6 months, but over time, as you engage and you build that safety and that trust, I tend to think that the average person is going to be willing to explore. And again, they'll define where their no-goes are, but the average person is going to be willing to explore.
Now I say this right here, Jennifer. At 56, I'm 54, and so you're a couple years older than me. But I'm here to tell you right here. Now they tell you don't bring out that clown bag, you know, that first second time. But I'm here to tell you, I ain't finna hide my clown bag long.
Oh my God.
I'm not gonna hide mine long. I told you, I'm not promised tomorrow.
That's where conversation come in.
Right.
I'm not promised tomorrow. And one thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna live my life, and I'm gonna be the happiest I have ever been every day of my life.
Now, I don't think anybody thinks you gotta hide yourself, but I do feel like, see, here's where a lot of people go wrong, man or woman. They talk about sex on the first 30 minutes of meeting you, and that's not what everybody is. Now, somebody might be comfortable with that and dive in the deep end with you.
Oh no, I'm not comfortable with that either.
But there are a lot of men who try that. There are a lot of men who try that. And so all I'm saying is, whether it's a man or a woman, y'all, pace yourself based on how you want someone to treat you. If you don't want anybody overly sexualizing you and treating you like a cum bucket or what the fuck ever, then don't come out the gate treating other people like that, right? Establish some intimacy emotionally and mentally through communication and safety physically.
But don't establish immediate intimacy because you are lonely.
Right. Make sure you're doing it.
The thing is, it's the art of conversation when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Because you can have an adult conversation and talk about things, but also while you're talking, you should be filling that person out.
That's
right.
And knowing that, okay, I know I'm not going to go right here, right now.
Right.
Because they're not ready for that.
Right.
So I'm just going to work up to it. But I'm going to have a meaningful conversation because I'm very interested in this person, or I really want to get to know this person. And getting to know them doesn't mean that your end game is sex.
Right.
And that's what a lot of people don't understand because a lot of people, their end game is sex. And that should never be your end game. If sex happens, that's great. That's beautiful. But if it doesn't, at the very least, if you really got to know that person, you have a friend, somebody you could talk to.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
You're my friend, y'all. He's my best friend.
Yeah, that's what you need.
Emotionally mature people.
And that's the problem.
Yeah. And that son is absolutely correct. And sex should not be
the end game.
Goal.
It should be topper.
It should come. Yeah, that should come as a part of the relationship. You ultimately you want to create a relationship with someone that you can you see yourself with, or you can see yourself having a long-term relationship with. See yourself being in a position where y'all just really enjoy each other's company. Yeah. And the sex becomes a part of that. But I will say this also now. If you see, if you know this other person is pursuing you for a romantic relationship, and if you don't see yourself going that way, or if you don't see yourself as that's a person that you can have sex with, or that type of relationship, you need let them know early. Because see, I'm a big proponent of that. Don't waste nobody's time, and now don't even have anyone pursuing you, and you know what they want. Just cut it. Just cut that. And say, hey, this is not. We're not going that way. We're not doing that. Let's just cut it and be upfront with it. Because one, I don't want you ever in a situation that can be dangerous. Because you got a lot of folks out there, as we call fuck boy. You know, first thing they want to do, start calling you bitch hole and start cussing at you, want to fight you or do something wrong, harm you some kind of way. I want you to avoid those type of people. I really do. And I know, sometimes that's how they take it. So let them folks, you don't know which one it is. So you need to let folks know up front now, hey, you're a nice person. I enjoy talking, but this is
So
not,
I can be
I'm not
honest,
looking for
right?
that.
I can be honest with y'all, right?
Yeah, but don't say, yeah.
Listen. No, seriously, I'm finna be honest. Like, I want to be open to dating, like everybody that kind of like strikes my fancy, no matter what race, creed, or color, right? However, that nigga called me a fucking nigga, and he a white boy. We finna have a problem. I'm finna be
honest here. What just happened?
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think they talk about their race play.
No, right. That's the thing. Is that you try to be open to all different types of people with racing, with race, creed, color, age, all of that stuff, right? You call me old lady, you call me nigga, and you not one of us, we finna have a problem.
I mean, I feel you on that because if
there's going to be some repercussions behind it.
If I was laying it
But
down,
that's probably why I stick with my age range.
So,
with the exception of some deceptive motherfuckers and my race.
I understand.
Because I'm scared of having to have to fight.
So I have some clients that are in that line of work. From what I understand, it's not my expertise, so I can't say for sure. From what I understand, most people that are into race play are not gonna just pull that bag of bullshit out on the first date.
They sure won't. I'm trying to come out in an argument.
But what I'm saying, and most of them are not gonna pull it out without permission. Right? That's typically because what they want to do is be dominant. When again, not my expertise. Let me put them bookends on that disclaimer. But from what I gather, because I do have clients in that line of work, from what I understand, it is typically about being dominated. Most people that want to do that type of race play, the white men that want to do that type of race play, want to be dominated by a black woman. And they usually are not calling you nigga. They're calling you master or mistress. Right? Because they want you to be
niggas come out when they're mad.
This is something a little different. Yeah.
What I'm saying is,
Don holding this damn piece because
Hold on, hey, everybody, pause. Because what I don't want to do is for people that have real questions about that or that are considering that, I don't want to give misinformation. So we're having multiple layered conversations at this moment, right? So when it comes to race play, and I will see if I can get one of them to do maybe a Q&A with us at some point because we've had some questions around that too. But at my base understanding, most times when it comes to race play, is because they want to be dominated by a black woman or a black man, right? When they get to calling you nigga and other things, is because sometimes they will do it on purpose because they want you to whoop their ass. They really do want you to do that, and they're baiting you to do.
You're gonna wind up in a coma then.
And on the other side, what you're talking about, Gypsy, is also you got a lot of people that are closeted racists or whatever, and it does slip out in the argument, right? But those are two different conversations, so I don't want to give misinformation on that type of kink. If there's somebody that's really interested in it, do your research, find somebody to ask, and I will ask. Maybe I can get one of my clients to be off screen and do some Q&A with us. I don't know, but anyway, for the
I have a little experience with it, but let me share from my standpoint.
Keep it moving because we got questions and comments, and we are already at 90 minutes.
Okay. Now, for
So we
my
can do another episode on this more in depth too,
now,
but the time's
it
sake.
is it definitely Jay, it has definitely to do with dominance. But both of them want to be in terms of dominance. I didn't see where the guy, white male, just want to be whipped,
Yeah.
abused by the dominatrix woman, but I also seen when white male want to dominate the black woman, and and that's when you get it all the derogatory, but that's something that those two people have agreed
Yeah.
to, and they know up front. Now I ain't never been ones that was just calling each other that. They hired me to be the photographer to document, and so and
Hey, if it's low to
but I
go.
know, all I know is this right here. That was the first time I ever seen anything like that, and when I saw that woman being that guy, all I know is I just felt like my ancestors was just crying out, beat him. I said, I never, I'm serious. I was really, really green to a lot of that stuff. And when I saw that, I was like, hey, my eyes was just wide open. And that's why, and after getting hired to do that, and for that type of that
You got
organization,
paid
that's why.
to fuck. Never
Yeah, I
mind.
got paid. Yeah, hell yeah, I got paid. It got
They
paid
pay good money.
well.
They
They
pay good
pay
money for
well.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, and because I kept my mouth quiet about who I saw, and I still won't say anything because I want them to call me back.
Yeah.
So,
I ain't mad at you making money.
but
But for time's
the
sake.
thing about it is that's why I decided I would never hide who I am, who I am or what I like. And that's,
Yeah.
and I'm big on that now. I don't care who know. I know what I like, and I know who I am, and I know what I want to do. And that's why, like I said, only got a few years left in this world. I got more years behind me than I do ahead of me. And that's why I am not going to deny who I am or what I like and what I want to do.
Let me go ahead and
You
catch up
know,
on these comments, y'all,
go
because we
ahead.
already at 90 minutes. So to close that off, again, interested in that, let us know. You can send me some messages to the form. And if we get enough interest in that, then I'll try to see if I can get one of my clients to maybe do some off-screen Q&A with us. Because yeah, they get paid a lot of money to deal with that. They show me the screenshots, and people pay quite a bit of cash to either be the sub or to be the dominatrix for somebody else to be the sub. And there's a lot that goes into that. So we're gonna keep it moving. Tanya said, but let's recognize that there's a difference between sex, making love, and fucking. And most women want all three. Okay. And sometimes we want it all in the same session, and sometimes we want to space out at different times.
And that's what I'm about to say. That's subjective.
Right.
Yes, very, very. This is why communication is key, y'all. Y'all gonna see we keep circling back to this every time. You cannot teach another person how to please you if you don't know how to please yourself and what feels good and what you enjoy. And nobody figures it out through osmosis and telepathy. So we as grown people, if we're going to be responsible enough to give our bodies to people, we got to be responsible enough to communicate about it. Jennifer said, I wish all people were dishonest when discussing this stuff. You guys are a breath of fresh air. It makes talking about this stuff so easy. Bravo. Bravo.
Tell
Yes.
your friends about us, Jennifer.
Jennifer said, I am not a hit it and quit it. Oh, yeah. So if you're with us, make sure that you go ahead and hit that subscribe button on the channel. Make sure that you like this video and share it out because, yeah, we want to talk to more people. She said, I'm not a hit it and quit it. We love that. Very demure, very mindful, very fucking people. Okay. With so much medical knowledge to see too, we see things that are like red flags, STDs. You would not believe I've seen poured out of every year. Listen,
we didn't heard about some of them because some of them make the fucking news. Bananas and people cootie cat and boo boos. Like, what made you think that a banana would be okay to go in your ass and would come out straight?
yeah.
I'm saying.
Jennifer said, with so much
This
medical
is what I
knowledge.
just seen on the news.
Yup.
Man, they
Jennifer
put
said,
bananas up there, so why not a banana?
oh my God. Up front now, I am just not going there if you start telling me you're sticking up no shit in you for this and that. You would not believe how many high-level attorneys and corporate boards who are so, and this is
That
going
part.
back to that stuff,
Listen,
right?
I hadn't even seen that shit when she said that. I hadn't even seen that. What?
Yeah, this is going back to that mindset I can talk about because I have some clients that come to me to work through it. So, and real quick before we keep moving on, you got a lot of people that are in high powered positions and they're responsible for so many things every single day, right? Whether it's large, large amounts of money, tons of people, company, whatever it is, they are responsible and they have a heavy weight that they have to carry. And so when they are in their personal time, they want to give control to someone else. They want to be the submissive. They want to be the sub. They want to be the pay pig and send you money. They want to have someone tell them what to eat, when to eat it, how to eat it, who the fuck, when to go pee, and all the other things. They want to have somebody degrade them and treat them like shit so that they can feel powerless because in their day time, they are powerful, right? So again, this is why I am an advocate of communication, because I hear people talk to me about this. You can't spring this shit on people because y'all done fell in love and 6 months later you tell me I want you to shit in my mouth because you tell me that you get the fuck on. Smoking. You understand? That? Right. Nah, I don't judge. That would never be me. You understand? So this is why I say communicate, because you can't, that's not something you just spring on somebody after you falling in love or they fall in love.
I was just shit in my mouth. What?
These are things you need to be talking about before y'all get down to the wedded bliss. You understand? These are things
Jay was joking. Now Jay was joking, but you got.
No, I'm so serious.
Who actually like?
Yeah, I was serious. You got people that will pay people to shit in their mouth and pee in their mouth and make them drink it and eat it. You got people that will pay people to make them eat off the floor like a pig. Like, they like it. They want to be degraded. You got people that have rape fantasies. You got people that have abuse fantasies. Like, there's all kind of things that turn people's clock, right? And like I said, I don't judge, not me, but I try to be, hey, do you? But this is why people have to communicate, because that's not something you should spring on somebody once you're married or once y'all done had kids together or once you're down the road talking about having a future together. These are things you need to make sure that you're compatible with this person, because sexual compatibility is just as important as mental, emotional, spiritual, and financial and energetic compatibility, right? Let's move on to these questions. We got more. Anybody can answer this one. Shut up, girl. Where do you suggest I, as a 50-plus woman, spend time so that I can meet mature men? They definitely are not in church, and I'm not interested in online dating. What y'all got?
I mean, for that, it really depends on what. Like what are your passions? What do you like to do? Because I mean, unfortunately, it's hard to meet a decent person anywhere.
Yeah.
Whether you go into church, the supermarket, the flea market, or wherever you go.
Just think of it this way. It's like trying to find the least damaged thing in the fucking thrift store.
Well, don't look at it like that, because that's a messed up way to look at it.
That's just sad and like fucking depressing.
What you got to understand is that, hey, you might meet 10 people and none of them are any good. But you just talk to them, you find out, okay, you're not good for me, boop, and you keep it moving. Because at some point in time, you'll meet someone somewhere that is good for you.
Yeah.
You just got to put yourself out there and do things. You got to get into things. No matter what it is that you like if you like crafting, you got to go to crafting events. If you like reading, you gotta join book clubs or go to certain signing events.
That's real right there.
Author or things like that. You just gotta get out there and do things. Even if you just a foodie, take a cooking class. You gotta do things like that where you have the opportunity to meet more people in an event.
People in an authentic environment.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now I would say this as a fairly mature man, older man. A couple of places I would suggest. I would suggest take up playing pickleball, learning how to play pickleball.
The
That's
fuck you
that's
saying?
that is that sport has exploded, and a lot of people are going toward that, and it is a social event as opposed to just simply just going out there. A lot of people actually sit and talk before the game, after game, and during that session. Most of it is socialized. You're not necessarily everybody playing, but a lot of it is just socialized. That's how you meet people. Take up golf. You gonna meet
Golf is a joke.
yeah, you'll meet people there. And the other one is this right here. And I tell and I say this all the time, women, the grocery store is still good. You just gotta look at certain aisles. You know, I would go more with Publix or what the upper end type restaurants when I'm going, and you go in that vegetable aisle, that produce aisle. Or if you go into Walmart, you go to that aisle where milk and bread, because a lot of times single guys, they making sandwiches. And that's where they go hang out at on that single aisle. They go do sandwiches, or they go need milk because they doing cereal. And so those are good places to meet guys. But the key is this right here. Bring you an object like a slip or a scarf.
She said,
and what? Hold on. Hold on, just 1 second. Now, bring you an object like a scarf. So when a lot of those times, those guys, they don't want to approach you. They don't want to approach you. They don't want to send that to you. So what you do is you just walk by them and you drop something. And then when they pick it up and bring it to you, he's, oh, thank you, my hero. How you doing? And then you say, hey, that's when you open up that conversation, because now they had a reason to actually meet and engage you. Now it's up to you to engage back with them, and then y'all develop a conversation or something like that.
So,
but so the thing is, oh man, you talk from a man point, because from a man point perspective, that's a great place, and the easiest thing is like, hey, I don't really know the prices. This is a good price for it.
Right.
That's how you do it from a man. But for women,
that's I'm saying that's for a woman. That's a woman who want to meet a man.
No. What I'm saying is for women, it's a little different, because trust me, if
his ass ain't getting nothing but fucking hot pockets, though, I ain't got time.
That's what I'm about to say. If you
this is not legally blind. We're not dropping shit hoping that you pick it up for us and notice us. We not no.
That part.
Well, hey, you don't have to do that.
If you don't have to do that, and all you making is sandwiches and eating cereal, yeah, she don't want nothing to do with you anyway.
Right. We gonna
listen. It's a time factor. All that was is something to actually get people to engage and to meet. Now, that's what you want to do. You want an opportunity to engage and meet.
As women in that, so I'm not 50 yet, but as women in this age range, we don't want a man that we got to play them kind of games with to get his attention. We want men that are emotionally mature enough and confident enough.
What it be by yourself?
He he's gonna speak, and if he don't, baby, there's 1,000 more that I shit y'all not. I was in the grocery store, Publix, because you mentioned Publix. Shit y'all not. We were in Publix a few hours ago, me and one of my besties. No less than 5 men while we were in there was making eye contact, smiling. How you doing? Can I help you? And blah, 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 blah. So that's why I'm saying women in this age range and up, we're not legally blind. We're not dropping shit. Oops, boop, show you the cleavage in the ass, hoping you speak. We're not doing that. So stop telling her that.
Oh, man, I didn't think about that.
No. Tanya said go to Home Depot, and I concur. If you're looking for a man that is handy around the house, if you're looking for somebody that is going to be interested, maybe not do it on time all the time, but he's going to be interested in that honey-do list. He's good with his hands, whether he can fix everything or he just maybe has the money to pay somebody.
I don't need nobody that's going to fuck up shit more and cost me money, though.
Home Depot and Lowe's.
He going to need that green card.
Oh, my God.
That part. That part, Sean. Hey.
Green cards.
I mean, you want one, uno, dos. Don't-
Y'all so damn stupid. No, listen, for real. I'm telling
Me,
y'all.
my
somebody that's
friend,
good
me,
at real
my
estate.
friend. We gonna help you. We help you.
Y'all can listen to them if you want to, or you can listen to me that's been in property
All
management.
right,
for
well, you go on and
years.
scroll on down and listen to Jennifer then.
No,
Hey,
let me say this before we keep on moving. Like seriously though, if y'all, because I get that question a lot. You can meet a lot of nice eligible bachelors and like Lowe's. I'm saying Lowe's and Home Depot because those are in my area. But wherever you are, like the stores where they're gonna have to buy the building material, the remodeling material, some of the higher end stores with antiques and all those things. You actually, I'm telling you what I know, baby. You actually can find a lot of, like, if you're looking for men that are more settled, that
I
have a
love
home.
you, but in Maryland, they
I
only
ain't
going to
talking about
buy the
Maryland. I
product.
literally
They
said in
not.
my area.
Nah,
So
what
let me,
she's saying is true. I was just joking, because
yeah.
you know they hang out out front. But now that's true because I be at Home Depot and Lowe's a lot because I build shit.
Just see,
Right, but
proves my
I'm
point.
just telling
hey,
you,
also
in
go to
Maryland, the
go.
guys that's at Home Depot are going to do projects for somebody else.
That's not true.
Okay,
Hey,
so that's not always
go
true.
to.
And let me also throw this out here because we got to keep moving, guys. Let me also throw this out here. Please don't get it twisted and think that every rich, wealthy, or well-to-do man is walking in with a Lamborghini or a Mercedes or a Maserati or what the fuck ever. They driving Hondas and Toyotas because they don't need to show flash to be confident with what they
That
have.
part.
Just like not all women have to have the most expensive things. Everybody that's comfortable ain't
I
putting it on.
I don't carry a Birkin, but guess what? I don't need to carry a Birkin because most people that carry a Birkin don't have the money to put inside of it. They
Right.
got a Birkin bag, but they don't have no goddamn cash.
Right. So we're gonna move on, but again, find the places. Going back to summarize, find the places like everybody said that has the interest that you have, where similar people, with compatibility are gonna be. But if you're looking, a lot of women want a man that makes them feel safe, a fixer man, a handyman, a man that's handy with shit, right? He's not helpless. Those are some of the places that you're gonna
Hey,
find those men. Moving on. Tanya,
I
Home
want
Depot,
a man that can cook
California.
rather than a man that can fix shit.
Then go to the goddamn grocery store. Tanya said Home Depot and Cali. No, Jennifer said Tanya, Home Depot and Cali is where you get hit on by whip. Oh my God. Who are more
Yep.
aggressive than anything.
She absolutely right.
You know
I
what?
live in Alameda. She absolutely right.
Jennifer said, what is this
Completely right.
polyamorous stuff? So Jennifer, go back and watch
Right.
some of the replays earlier in the year and late last year because Q and Michael were some of my guest hosts at that point, and they shared their polyamorous journey and they talk in detail about some of the ways to identify it. Ethical
Yes.
polyamory is what they call it, like communicating clearly
Right.
so that people know what you're doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so go back if anybody's interested in that. Go back and watch some of those replays because they've talked about that.
And be careful. Be careful because those people that tell you they're polyamorous but won't let you meet their spouses or polyamorous mates, they usually ain't polyamorous. They usually fucking cheaters.
Okay, so go back and watch those replays.
I'm just saying.
I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you.
Saying,
But if you have detailed questions, Jennifer, go back and watch those replays because we actually did do quite a bit of talking about that in depth. Okay. And then Q and Michael hopefully will be joining us again soon. She said, Gypsy, now there's stuffing animals up there that are live. Yep, we're gonna keep it moving.
Damn.
At Jen, I used to live in Alameda. Yep. And then Jennifer said, you could legit make big bucks screening dates for people if you pay Gypsy's questions. I will date you. So what I heard was
Gypsy done been with some fuckboys because Gypsy used to be in the Navy, and
so what I heard was you need to do a Red Balloon episode, Gypsy. That's what I heard. And you can meet a lot of men in AutoZone and part stores. Sure can. Also at the dog park on the walking trail on the hiking trails. That's
true.
There's a lot of eligible bachelors out there.
There
Jennifer
are.
said, now I have the Hot Pocket song in my head. Hot Pocket.
That's why I follow your passions, man. That's how you
right. And that's the thing is date people that you meet organically, doing things that you organically like to do.
Exactly.
Don't go start fucking golfing and you don't fucking like to golf. Like, don't do that shit to just go and meet people, because you're gonna meet people that have a passion about that, and then you know what your dates are gonna be? Let's go golfing. And if you don't like golfing, then what the fuck was you doing out there?
Manhunt.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Oh man.
that's
Okay.
stupid.
Let's get back to the question.
The question was, where do you meet them at? Where they at? That's what we told them. We told them where they was.
Listen, I'm an artist. I go to different artist type events. Artist type environments.
Listen, Sean's cup is empty and my back hurt. I've been standing for like 20 minutes. Let's go and get this.
Right, goddamn cup being empty, Sean.
Jay, are you dating or married? Oh my God. No. Jay, are you dating or married? If not, I have a brother who I think you would love.
Oh shit.
No. None of y'all business.
Hey, hold on. Hey. Let me. Oh, he said Jay. I thought you said Gypsy. I said, you can't be found nobody for Gypsy.
No, that question was directed at me. Are you dating or married? If not, I have a brother who I think you will love. None of y'all business, and I don't do blind dates.
He would fight for his woman.
Oh my God. Oh man. Why you always antagonizing Gypsy? It sounds like you be saying shit just to say it.
Yeah.
You want me to tell you why?
Because he know
I do this. I do this for you. I do this for our viewers. I do this for our viewers. You love it, and I do this for our viewers. Gypsy is such a professional woman. She's a beautiful woman, and to be honest, like you said, if she got a taste of the old man, I'll ruin her life.
That's not what I said. I said if you got a
I'll ruin her life.
Your ass will be burning up the fucking highway and requesting a goddamn transfer.
Oh my God. Okay, Gypsy.
Hey,
and
I'm coming up there in a couple of weeks.
Okay, we'll get back to that later.
No, for real, we got it.
Yeah, we'll get back to that later. Gypsy, thank you for your service, Navy, and then Jennifer, thank you for your service in the Army. Gypsy, here's your question. You mentioned multiple times you don't want to get married again. Are you going to just do a long-term relationship? I'm 48 and trying to figure out what life looks like after divorce. That bastard was similar to yours. He cheated, lied, stole from me. I'm not interested in anyone else getting what I've worked for so hard. Okay, Let's do this short because we do have a couple of more questions to get through.
Okay, yes, I'm not interested in getting married again. I'm really adamant about that. Long-term relationship, not really, because I mean, then I have to entertain their ass for a while and shit, and I'm just not in that headspace right now. And to be honest with you, I have been working on me and getting me together, and it's not fair to anybody else because right now I know that I'm not really vested in anybody but Gibbs. Right here. This is where I am invested, and it's just not fair to anyone else. Now, will I date? Sure. But long term and inviting them into my spectrum and into my world, nah.
Valid.
I'm actually, I mean, I hate to say it, I'm probably a little bit jaded, and I'm probably on a hiatus like Sean. I'm not looking for anything, and I'm not really, for lack of a better word, I hate to say it, I'm not really open to anything. I have friends that I entertain, and that's about it. And if you don't like to be on the friend spectrum, old man, then you get your ass on.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not gonna be friend zoned by anybody. So you might well get that out of your mind, baby.
Well,
you
then
know
I
what I'm
guess
talking
you
about.
better put your shit in reverse then and get the fuck
you know
on
what I'm
back
talking
to
about.
Alabama.
I don't friend zone.
Moving on to the last.
I get in the end zone.
Nah, but seriously though, on the real, that is where I am. I am not into dating or anything. I'm more into like, yeah, we can be friends, we can go do shit together or whatever, but you got your stuff and I got my stuff.
That's valid.
Yeah.
The last two questions are, so this is multi. I love when you guys do the astrology stuff. If you could choose one sign to be more prevalent in your life, who would it be? And would they be male or female?
Another Gemini, and it would be a male. And that's
I'm a
because
Gemini.
because
Oh my
oh
God.
the fuck you said Leo, because the Leo
I'm a Gemini.
no, but on the real though, Leo first, because on the real, because Sean and I are like, we are yin and yang. We're best friends. We could talk about anything. We've been friends for over 30. There are opposite sex folks that cannot say they've been friends for 3 months, let alone 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We've been friends forever. Sean has seen me through some shit. Sean was with me when my mama died, all kinds of stuff. I was with him when his mama died, that kind of stuff, right? Leos are loyal. They're very loyal. The only reason I had said Gemini is because they kind of understand you, because they're just like you. They're a little flighty and a little moody and that kind of stuff. But Leo's like on a real, first of all, Sean and my younger son, who I'm very, very close with, like this.
Girl, you drawing this out. Pick it up.
Listen, they share a birthday, and hey, then what can I say? Those are my folks.
We love that.
Probably a
Sean,
Leo.
what you got?
Yeah, probably a Leo.
Okay, Leo, what you got, Sean?
I mean, I don't have nothing on that because I'm not really into the astrological like that. Because I can care less what your sign is. I'm gonna deal with you on who you are, who you present yourself to be to me. And that's not knocking it. It's not knocking it at all. I know a lot of people follow it, and I'm just not into it like that. Like you could be like, my birthday January 15th. I have no idea what that is.
Yeah. Oh my God. Tanya said,
Dr. King birthday, that's what it is.
Tanya said, y'all friends make the best lovers. I'm gonna leave that there. And then Tanya said, Leos are the devil, dogs are loyal. Oh my God. Oh man, what you got? What you got? Come on with
Hey, well, same thing Sean said. Man, I really don't know much about those signs and all that stuff. I just know mine. And I don't know anybody else.
Gemini? Are you a Gemini?
Yeah, I'm a Gemini. I'm a Gemini, and I know it's the sign for a twin, but
When's
I have
your
no
birthday?
idea. May 22nd. But I have
May
no
what?
idea. 22nd. May
Second?
22nd. 22nd.
2-2?
Deuce, baby.
You a borderline. Your ass is really
Yeah,
a
it
Taurus.
is. No, Taurus is the 21st,
Okay.
and Gemini
Keeping
starts
it
the
moving.
22nd.
The
But I'm
second part of that,
go ahead.
The second part of that question is, what sign would you eradicate from the earth? Clearly, Tanya has made her feelings known. Leos.
Sagittarius, but
Yeah, we got beef.
First of all, fuck you.
I love you, but the male Sagittarius would be gone.
Nah, we got beef time here for real. I'm gonna find you online. We got beef. I'm about to call you and everything. We got beef.
So
I wouldn't know anything about it.
So my answer to the question for who would I want to have more prevalent in my life, I'm going to say water signs, because I'm fire. I'm a lot of fire. I'm extreme fire. So water signs bring balance and a lot of peace into my life. I would also say I love Leos. Can't date them no more, but I love Leos because our energy is matched. The fire is a little too much sometimes, but they match in friendship really well. So I would have more Leos and more Cancers around me. Who would I eradicate? The motherfucking Aquarius. Listen. And from what I was just recently educated, all of them are not equal. And okay, but them February Aquarius, they could
right.
Yeah, I would not ever care. Now that being said, I learn, I research it, I like it, it's interesting to me, but I don't think there's an absolute on anything. So you got to pick things that you believe in and figure out how they show up in your life. But don't be out here making major life decisions just because of your astrological sign. use other information as well. That being said, here's our last question. My husband has a son, and Sean, I really want you to chime in on this one because you said some valid stuff before we started recording. My husband has a son and 2 daughters from a previous relationship. I am sick of their bratty and entitled asses. I feel you, boo. I make way more money than their mother does. My husband makes more now than he did when they were married. He pays a good amount in child support, voluntarily pays for insurance. We help with school costs and are saving into an account for when they get older and if they want to go to college. They're all under 12. We've been married 9 years since the youngest was 2. It seems like the mom is constantly starting BS, and they come to our house and act like they have no manners and try to play us against one another. Any ideas on what I can do to help make things better? Because as much as I love my husband, I'm tired of being disrespected and feeling like I'm a bad person for wanting them to behave better. Girl, fuck them kids.
Oh, I know that one. I know the answer to that. But you go ahead. You want, since you called Sean now, you go ahead. But I deal with that every day. I deal with that. Go ahead. Go ahead on.
So I don't want to get on a soapbox and pontificate. But I do want to be politically correct and fuck them.
Come out talking like T.I.
Them kids beat they fucking ass, and if he won't do it, you need to do it. If he won't respect you, then sorry. I know y'all been married. What you said, 12 years? Hey, look, because
9 years
will fuck your whole shit up. Well, 9 years, them kids will fuck your whole shit up. And if they not
them kids is disrespectful, it's because that damn mama is telling them some shit, talking some shit about them, and you know what? Fuck them kids.
That's my whole point.
I ain't gonna say fuck them kids, but I will say they need to get fucked up just a little bit. Well, I'm just saying. Well, listen, but I'm on a serious note. They just kids. And what they doing, let me tell you what these kids are doing. These kids are doing exactly what she said. They doing a power struggle. They fight, and they at that age. They get into that age. That's natural. What they doing is so natural. They fighting for power, fighting for control. Now, if you yield and give it to them, they go take more and more. Now, what you have to do is give them kids clear guidelines, a clear direction, and that's it, and give them consequences for their action. And when you do that, the relationship with them kids gonna be so great. You already doing all those things. You preparing for them. You getting ready to put them off in college. You doing all those things, which means you absolutely love them. I know you do, and they absolutely great kids. It's just they need some tuning up. They need some tuning up. Go ahead.
It doesn't sound like he respects her because he's not putting a boundary in place with their mama and making shit stand on business.
Exactly.
But that's not just the kids fighting for power. That sounds like the ex-wife in the background on some fuck shit.
Exactly. And them kids,
they still
what their mama say.
Yeah. And they still fight for power and control. See, you can't allow kids to run and take over your household. You cannot allow kids to do that because they will. No matter what the mama may have rules when they over there at the house, fine. They your rules over there. But you can't have those rules when you're over here at my house. In my house, I run the rule. I carry the big stick. I run my house. And can't nobody run my house like I run my house. You know, but so
well, let me just say this though, because now I didn't seen this before. Now gratefully, I did not experience this when I was married, but a lot of times these ex-wives or ex-girlfriends or baby mamas or whatever the fuck you want to call them, they will talk shit around these kids, and those kids, because they're kids, they feel conflicted and they want to feel loyalty to the mom, right?
But he's still up to the husband.
But they like those stepmom, but because they feel loyalty to the mom, they can't express that they like the stepmom.
But that still falls on the dad to help establish that boundary of respect of what he tolerates in his household. So
Jay,
let's sum it up because we gotta go.
Hey Jay, whoever that is, have them to reach out to me. I love to help them. I love to share. You know, uh,
Yeah.
be an advocate for them because I'm gonna be. I have a passion for. I just have a passion for kids. I really do. And
And be
these sound like, believe it or not, they sound like great kids. They sound like I can tell the lady love them. It's something they getting away with a little more than they supposed to, and it's
exactly.
And
causing a problem.
And
so
you
the
got to
Dina
set
said
those boundaries and lay those lines down.
Yeah,
facts.
yeah,
And we can go into this more in the next episode, but we have 2 hours, y'all. It's time to go.
yeah.
Nadina said,
Oh
happy
man,
2025, everybody. This is the highlight of my year. See you next year.
yeah.
Um,
Hey,
Tanya,
happy. Go ahead, go ahead. I thought we were signing
Tanya,
off. Go ahead.
hold on. Tanya said, fuck them kids because we can get some new kids. And and
Hey,
There's
look,
some
Tanya,
better ones. It's a
Tanya
new one. There's
said,
some better
Sean,
ones.
you want all the smoke. That's all I'm
Yeah,
gonna say about that.
yeah. They don't
Um,
call me Puff the Magic Dragon for nothing.
hey. Jennifer said, Happy New Year, y'all. Stay amazing. Tanya said, Happy New Year. I'm going to close us out. Then I'm going to kick it to y'all to say y'all final words too. So, first and foremost, I want to say thank you all for giving us an amazing year. When I started this passion project to do the episodes every week, I didn't know what that was going to look like. And y'all have shown up consistently in the comments, sharing, helping us to grow. And I just appreciate that. And I thank everybody that has been on screen with me. It's not easy, like I started off saying tonight, it's not easy to sit in this space of vulnerability in front of people that you don't know and share yourself, this level of transparency, right? So thank you, Sean. Thank you, old man. Thank you, Gypsy. Thank you, Q and Michael, wherever y'all may be in the world tonight. Thank you, Benny Mac, wherever you may be in the world tonight, because every single one of them sitting up here with me on screen has helped get it to this point. And like old man said, there's a lot of people that watch and they can't comment for whatever the reason. Like Gypsy said, like Sean said, there's a lot of people that are, and I'm telling you what they do because they tell me they will scroll up to the video starts to automatically play and they won't click
mhm,
in it so that it can't be, other people can't see them watching live, but they
right.
watch it religiously and they send the feedback, they send the messages, they comment. And so guys, thank you. They message in private. So thank you for that.
Mhm.
I wish that you have a prosperous, healthy, happy, and potent 2025 and that your dreams and desires come true. I'm going to kick it to you, Sean, then old man, and then Gypsy, you're going to take us out with a poem before we say good
Oh
night.
shit, that's
And
right.
we'll
I'm
see
supposed
y'all
to do
next
it.
year.
Oh,
Girl, goddamn, you had one motherfucking assignment, girl. Sean, go ahead.
Well, Happy New Year to everyone. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here with us. Please continue to show up and show out. Share with your friends, and let people know, even if they don't feel comfortable. Hey, you can create an alias. Your name could be Bob Slim. It could be whatever you want it to be. You can always do that and join us and comment and join in and feel safe and feel protected. But yes, I've enjoyed my time here, and I'm looking forward to 2025. So it's going to be a great year.
Oh, man, what you got?
Hey, I know. Well, I want to say this. I know we talked about a lot of things here. Um, I know, ladies, we talked about guys who just not meeting that standard or whatever. Ladies, I'm just a challenge. You just get out there and give the guys a little more practice. Keep practicing with them. Practice with them multiple times a day, and I promise you, they gonna get better. You get out there and meet people. Just get out there and just enjoy yourself. And on a serious note, I do want to say this right here. And I said things because I joke and I'm having a good time because I truly believe in not doing anything that I don't enjoy doing, and really I enjoy being here. And I want to say this to Jay and Gypsy. I just want to just say thank you. You all are truly amazing people. Thank you for allowing me to come here over this past year and uh, uh, just share my experience or share what I believe and just have a dialogue and and challenge me on things what you disagree with me with. But I do appreciate you all giving me an opportunity to come here uh, every week and share and talk. And I appreciate you all. I do value you all a whole lot because of that. Sean, thank you, Sean, for being here every week, man. And I value your opinion. I value your views. I value the things that you're saying that you add here, and I just really just and I just I treat and I really do consider you all are friends or new friends of mine, and now everyone else, I just wish you all a happy New Year.
Happy
Dixie,
New
take it
Year,
away.
everybody. Okay, so you know what? I was torn between two poems, and I think I'm gonna talk about a life less ordinary. I just want to tell you guys Happy New Year. I mean, we thank you for tuning in. Continue to like, share, subscribe. Continue to introduce people to us. And tell them, you don't have to comment, just watch. Just watch. You could send us messages in the background. You would not believe how many messages we get, especially while we online with you guys. So we just thank you. Have a safe and prosperous 2025. And here we go, a life less ordinary. So Webster defines ordinary as routine, common, or even plain. I mean, even though they're not exactly the same. I mean, so one day I asked God for a life less routine, so I said I was sick of doing the same old thing. I figured he'd give me a life of prominent status. I waited and waited with mounting gladness. Well, God has a sense of humor, I tell you the truth. See, you should have seen me trying to play the sleuth, looking for a life less ordinary, something big and grand. Well, things didn't go exactly according to my plan. First, I got yelled at by a frustrated clerk, and then my car overheated on the way to work. And well, that fiasco I survived while waiting for the tow truck on 285. And looking up at the sky, I asked again, I mean, God, when will the extraordinary stuff begin? As I peered in the locked window to see my keys on the seat, on the head, the rain began to beat. I mean, this is not what I had in mind, when I sought to find a life less ordinary, less predictable. See, this is not how it was supposed to go. So I asked God one more time, for good measure. See, I thought less ordinary meant a life of pure pleasure. A look of shock crossed my face, but I knew the goodness of God's grace. A life extraordinary is what I said. I must have fell and bumped my head. Well, I realized there's nothing wrong with an ordinary life. There's nothing wrong with being free of stress and strife. Careful of what you ask God for. See, you could get that and a whole lot more than what you bargained for. Extraordinary is not such a bad thing. I mean, you don't know what may come with that brass ring. So I worship and praise him for the ordinariness of each day. The days where nothing goes astray in any way. The days of sound mind, body, and soul. See a life that's ordinary. That's my new goal. Happy 2025, y'all.
Wow. See y'all in the new year.